to the Posture Pros. Today on our show, we're going to be discussing a very hot topic in healthcare, which is sciatica. We're going to be discussing, well, what is sciatica, what causes sciatica, and then we're going to look at or describe 3 of the best exercises that we can do to help relieve some sciatic pain.
And obviously stay till the end. We're going to be also going over our best tip on what you could buy to really, very inexpensively, to really decrease that pressure and pain that you may be having.
So let's take it from the top.
Yep.
You've heard the word sciatica. You've maybe even had the diagnosis yourself. If you had some sort of back pain / leg pain, or maybe you've checked out Dr. Google and Dr. Google has sort of described sciatica, but we hear the term and we hear it daily in our office. So let's start off by talking about, what does sciatica actually mean? What is sciatica?
So sciatica really is pain pressure down the leg. So sciatica is not a diagnosis, it's really a description of what you're feeling.
Yes.
So there are nerves in your lower part of your back that come together to basically form the longest nerve in your body, which is the sciatic nerve, which runs from the lower back, goes all the way down to your leg, down to your toes. So you could be feeling anything from pain, shooting pain, numbness, tingling, weakness. There could be, and it could be in different parts of the leg, just the upper leg all the way down. And so everyone's a little bit different. And again, this video will basically want to describe some of the exercises that we give to our patients, but obviously we can't tell you specifically what is the cause of your sciatic pains, but we'll be describing everything. So these are the exercises that could best help you.
Right. So basically, in a nutshell, sciatic pain simply means that something has aggravated the sciatic nerve, right? And you are getting pain somewhere along that sciatic nerve distribution, whether it's in the low back or what kind of maybe feels like the hip, deep inside the glute or the muscles, the back of the hamstring, the back of the knee, the back of the leg, the foot, somewhere along its distribution, you are getting pain. Now, what are some of the causes of sciatic pain? What are some of the things that cause that sciatic nerve to be aggravated or, lit up?
Right. Well, number 1 is disc pressure, disc bulge, disc rupture. Could be putting pressure directly on that nerve that goes down the leg. There could be some damage, deterioration, arthritis into those lower discs and joints in your lower back that also will be adding stress and pressure to that nerve. There could also be muscle tightness into either the piriformis or glute muscles that would again aggravate that nerve that runs down the leg.
So it is often really important to know, in my humble opinion, what is the cause? Is it a simple, no, I shouldn't say a simple, is it a disc herniation that, has recently ruptured, causing pressure on the nerve? Is it the fact that the back has been deteriorating, causing degeneration, like Dr. Dan mentioned, over years, putting pressure on the nerve? Is it because someone's a runner and they've been running for miles upon miles, neglecting the muscles, and the muscles are tight? Because depending on what the cause of the sciatic is, will also help us or help guide us in our exercises to alleviate it. So trying to get a healthcare provider to break down the exact cause of your sciatica is crucial to guide your home care.
So let's jump into the 3 best exercises that we love to give our patients. So the first exercise that we would recommend you do is you'll be lying on the floor or even on your bed, depending on how you're feeling. So the first thing you're going to need is either a strap, a belt, a rope, something that could help to stretch. This is going to help to stretch the back of your leg or your hamstring. So what you're going to do is use that belt or that strap around the ball of your foot, and depending on how tight you are, maybe even just starting off with your knee bent like this will be enough to stretch. But ideally, what you're going to do is you're going to be pulling down, trying to straighten your leg as much as you can to, again, stretch that back of your leg or your hamstring. You're going to hold this stretch for about 30 seconds and repeat 3 times. So you're going to just let it relax, start over, and then do that exercise a few times. Now, the second exercise will specifically address basically the bone or the muscle that you sit on in the back of your leg or back of your glute, which is the piriformis and glute muscle. So what you're going to do here is the leg that is affected. So let's say for Dr. Pascal, it would be the right leg that he would have that sciatic pain. He would cross over the opposite knee, then thread his hands through that opening, grab the back of his leg, be pulling towards his chest. He's going to be feeling that stretch in the back of that right glute, that right piriformis. Again, he's going to hold that stretch for about 30 seconds, rest, repeat 3 times. Now, this stretch may feel very, very good, so feel free to use this stretch as much as you need.
Okay, so our third exercise is called a sciatic nerve floss. So what happens in instances of sciatica or problems with the sciatic nerve, the longer the problem has been there, the more scar tissue or adhesions tend to build up around the nerve. And as that nerve kind of gets stuck or is sticky, that pain will stick around longer and longer. So it's just like think about flossing your teeth. We want to have that sciatic nerve sort of move, floss back and forth, basically up and down the leg and the hamstring. Okay, and so the benefits to this is obviously creating better glide of the nerve, decreasing pain long term. So this exercise will be performed sitting. So Dr. Dan is sitting. So again, you're going to take the affected leg. So in this case, it would be the left leg. He's going to straighten that leg to whatever capacity that might be, right? If it's not too bad a sciatica, he can straighten the leg. Then what he's going to do is he is going to have his nose and his toes move in the same direction. So now he's nose and toes down, and then he's going to hold that for a second or two and then go nose and toes up. So he's pointing his toes up and down and he's dropping his head back and forth or bringing his head up and down at the same time. This is called a nerve floss, right? So just holding a couple seconds at the front end and back end of each movement. You would do 10 repetitions, take a break, and repeat that 2 or 3 times. If this exercise feels good, again, you could repeat this as many times throughout the day as possible or as you want. Again, it is a great exercise for sciatic pain relief. All right, last but not least, our pro tip for today. So one of our favorite things is this $5 lacrosse ball that you can pick up virtually at any sporting goods store. It has a number of benefits that we can use to help muscle aches and pains, and one of the best ones is for sciatic pain. So Dr. Dan is going to take this ball and he's going to place it right where that sciatic nerve pierces the muscles of the piriformis or the glute. He's going to find it. Basically, think about where do you get that deep sciatic pain in the buttocks. Put that ball right there and you can self-massage it. And sometimes it might feel a little bit uncomfortable while you're doing it, but afterwards it absolutely helps to release and take pressure off. Most people who do this absolutely love it because it feels great to relieve that sciatic nerve pressure.
So that's our 3 exercises plus our pro tip. So again, if you have sciatica or know someone that has sciatica, please share this video. I think it's very useful, easy information that anyone could use. And again, subscribe below just to get alerts on our next videos that we'll have. So again, enjoy the rest of your healthy day.